Morning, everyone. My name is Dipesh Deshmukh, and I represent IBG, India Business Group. A little bit about IBG. It's a chamber of commerce started by none other than our president, Mr. Vikash Vittarsen. He's a business guru. He's an author. He's the managing director of Nazara Technologies, and he's an absolute people's person. He's somebody who has an open door policy. Anytime you can just check with him. If he's available in his office, you can walk into his office and ask for his ideas, his help, and he's always there for all of us. Okay, so IBG believes in helping members to get more business, to get more connects. So it's a chamber of commerce which is growing, and soon we are talking of going international. So I'm really excited to be a part of this chamber of commerce, and I'm here to start this webinar today. But before we start the webinar, very quick introductions to some very important people. I've already mentioned about Vikash. I would like to introduce Girish and Siddhi, who are the backbones of pillars of IBG. They help our members. They go out of the way to help all of the members. Our CEO is Ms. Priya Pansare. Hi, Priya, can you just say hi? That's
Hello.
We'll hear from her later. Thanks, Priya. And Vikash, can you just say hi to people?
Hi, everybody. How many are in here?
We are over 50. People are still
already.
Yeah.
Already, not bad.
Yeah.
It's the power of the man.
Absolutely.
Whom we're talking.
Yeah. So guys, very quick, 3 simple rules. Everyone will always be on mute in this webinar. Please keep all your videos off. Only the speaker's video should be on. That way, others will not get distracted. So I'll really request everyone to keep your videos off. And the third rule is type any questions that you have in the chat box below. So at the end, we will have a Q&A session, and I'll ask questions on your behalf to Venkatesh. All right. So guys, these 3 things, everyone will be on mute. Keep your videos off. And any questions you have, please put them in the chat box. With that, I'm very excited to introduce our today's speaker. His name is Venkatesh Iyer. He's the founder of Goli Vada Pav. It is India's largest national ethnic fast food chain. They have over 300 stores spread across 100 cities and 20 states, which is a huge footprint. From finance to food, he has over 15 years of experience. And he's also instrumental in helping entrepreneurs translate ideas into storyboards using his unique strength of critical thinking, imagination, and communication. He's invited as an inspirational speaker, and he has given over 250 talks in India as well as abroad. In fact, I'm very excited to see that he's also given a talk at Harvard Business School. So the reason I'm excited because I'm a certified Harvard trainer myself. So hence the excitement. But he's also invited to Switzerland, ISB Hyderabad, and several other places. So we're absolutely fortunate to have Venkatesh with us. His book, My Journey with Vada Pav, was published by CNBC TV18 in 2016. And Venkatesh and his wife, Asha, they have a very interesting initiative called Feed the Hungry. We will hear about it soon. So guys, without further ado, I'm inviting Venki to say hi to everyone. Hi, Venki.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. So, Venki, welcome to the IBG's webinar. We are very excited, very fortunate to have you. And we're very excited to hear your story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions that I have written, and I'm going to try to make it interesting and interactive. So, Venki, my first question, a very natural question, is you had an established career as an investment banker, and it's a big deal to be an investment banker. How did the idea of making Vada Pav come to your mind, and what inspired you?
Yeah, thank you, Dipesh. Thank you, Vikas ji. Thank you, IBG, for inviting us today for this webinar. See, my life was 15 years of corporate finance, okay? And the life was about the black suits, the silk ties, the chauffeur-driven car, what you call board meetings, 5-star hotel dinners, and life was cozy, beautiful. And I had somehow forgotten all about, the pain around me. And one evening around 1999-2000, what I saw was I was coming back from Nariman Point, and 7:30 in the evening, it was raining very, very heavily. And at the P. DeMiller Road signal, I saw on the left-hand side, as I peeped out of the window in the traffic and the signal, was a huge heap of dustbin, a dustbin which was overflowing, okay? And on the top of the dustbin, which was overflowing, was a 5-year-old kid with poverty written all over his face, no clothes on his body, and maximum what he was wearing was an undergarment. 5-year-old boy crying, and on his hand was stuck to a chapati, and the other end of the chapati was actually a stray dog which was trying to pull the chapati from his hand, and this boy was crying. For a moment, I froze. For a moment, I froze. I didn't know what had hit me. And that night, when the dinner was served on my table, I didn't know. I just couldn't eat that food. This image came to me many, many times in the next 3, 6, 9 months time about what am I doing, what is my purpose in life. And that's where I think the most important thing, my purpose got established. Can I do a business? Since I was a corporate finance person, I was a hardcore capitalist. Can I do a thing that with my knowledge and experience, can I do a business which I can touch base with the underprivileged youth? And that's why education, maybe for the poor, employment for the poor, or maybe entrepreneurship for the poor is what I thought about. So that was the first thing where I think a powerful purpose got ready. And I was still looking, kare to kya kare? This was a thought process that keeps on happening. And I think to a large extent, incidents in your life change. Like this incident was a very strong incident for purpose in life. The second thing happened was, I was still thinking, kare to kya kare? And my mobile ringtone used to be this famous song. छोड़ो कल की बात पुरानी, नए दौर में लिखेंगे हम मिलकर नई कहानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी. And I used to start the day with a Colgate paste, हम हिंदुस्तानी, a Gillette razor, हम हिंदुस्तानी, a Nokia mobile, हम हिंदुस्तानी, a Cross pen, हम हिंदुस्तानी, Nike का जूता, और मैं सोच रहा था इसमें हिंदुस्तान कहाँ है भाई. So this was a very strong, let me create an Indian brand. This was the second, this incident or this situation create an Indian brand. Then brand में करे तो क्या करे? And one day I stay at NRI complex, a swimming pool, clubhouse, a golf course, and the CEO of Kellogg's was my neighbor. And in his send-off party, I asked him, Kellogg's kyun chhod rahe ho? Somewhere he muttered, कुछ भी करो यार हिंदुस्तानी आदमी देसी ही खाता है. कुछ भी करो यार हिंदुस्तानी आदमी देसी ही खाता है. Okay, the frustration of a multinational food company CEO, I saw it as an opportunity. 100 crores plus population, weakness for spicy Indian food. Even 40-50 crore population target कर दो, साल में एक बार you give a 10 rupee item, it's a 500 crore opportunity. साल में 10 बार consume करेंगे, it's a 5,000 crores opportunity. I saw this as an opportunity. Then करे तो food में क्या करे? Because India is a very large country. North is a aloo paratha country, South is a idli dosa country, West is a ragda patties, bel puri, dokla country. करे तो क्या करे? And one day I was still thinking biryani, I was still thinking idli, and confused. I was outside VT station, and there was a huge 40-feet banner of a McDonald's burger, and I saw this 40-feet burger photograph. Wahi pe on the gully was a handcart guy, what we call the Mumbai Kaka, and the handcart guy with his banyan and lenga, what we call in Mumbai, and banyan has got these 56 holes, which we call in Marathi chapan tikli banyan, the poverty written on all these things. And the poor man was selling vada pav. I would have picked up, as usual, my weakness for vada pav, being a Mumbaikar. And as I picked up and I saw that burger photograph, something inside me clicked. It looked like a twin brother story. Judwa bhai ki kahani, old indie movie, Ram aur Shyam. एक भाई अमेरिका चला गया, सुपर सक्सेस 40,000 प्लस आउटलेट, और दूसरा भाई आज भी गरीब है मुंबई के फुटपाथ में सड़ रहा है, इस पॉवर्टी. And somewhere I felt when I look at the burger and the vada pav, it's like a twin brother. Why? That was anything between buns, this was anything between pav. That was mayonnaise, this was chutney. That was lettuce, this was chili. किधर तो लगा कि ये जुड़वा भाई को मिलाना है. If burger can become so big, why not vada pav? And that's why I got that strong thing, why vada pav? And I focused on vada pav. Now coming to the next thing, people said naming is important. Why don't you give a name to this? A English name. All my friends came from HTA, Lintas, and all. And they all said, Venki, English is aspirational. You should have an Angreji name. And I said, Angreji name. But I was still confused. And I wondered, if Nalli's Sari, the big sari brand in South, 50-year-old brand, can you call it Julie's Sari? Will it sell? Can you sell a Paitani Sari under the name Julie? It won't sell. And somewhere I felt, can you call Aldiram's Bhujia as Sam's Bhujia? Will it work? Can you call it Murugan's Idli, a store in Chennai? called Peter Sidley. Will it sell? And somewhere I felt, Angrezi Mari hota hai, Desi Kari hota hai. And Vada Pav is born in the footpath of Mumbai. It should have a Mumbaian twist to it. And that's why the Munna Bhai Sanjay Dutt came in front of my eyes. Rangila ka Amir Khan. And most probably Satya ka Bhikkhu Matre. And in Mumbai, there is a language which is called Pudi, Rapchik, Item, Munna Bhai, Goli. And that's why we call it Goli Vada Pav. I think, Dipesh, that's where the whole story of Vada Pav and this comes to it.
Amazing story. Amazing story. Thank you so much for, telling us the history, how it all started. But it's really, really touching, really inspirational. So not everyone thinks the way you think. So that's why you are where you are. So amazing. So while you started it this way, and now today you are at 350 plus stores. You are spread across over 100 cities. So my next question to you is that I'm sure you would have faced some key challenges. A lot of challenges, but if you can throw some light on some key challenges that you faced and how you dealt with them.
So I think for any entrepreneurship, in mind, everything looks beautiful. When you go to the market, you get the challenges. Like when you're in school or college, especially college and all early, you fall in love with a girl and you want to give her a chitti, a love letter or a gulab. But this is in the mind. The day you give the gulab or give the chitti to that girl, the reality dawns in. Tappad milega ya pyar milega. For all entrepreneurship, when the idea is in the mind, it looks beautiful and rosy. When you go to the market, you get the real challenges. And we did a pilot. What I call is for all entrepreneurs, we have to go and do a pilot. A small. So I did it in Kalyan area because the rental was 15,000. And we did some 3 stores as a company operated stores. And we did up a central kitchen where the vadas was being done. Raat ko 10 baje potato used to get boiled. 12-1 baje tak peeling ho jata tha. 2 baje tak smash hoke 4 baje tak goliyan ban jati thi masala se. It used to get mixed. And when you used to mix it with that masalas, and by 5:36, the refrigerated van used to take it to all the stores. And from 3 stores, we went up to 10 to 12 franchises in Kalyan, Dombivli, Ulasnagar area. And everything looked beautiful. Crowd was there. Central kitchen was working. But there was something fundamentally going wrong. So many challenges, labor challenges, municipal challenges. But I focused on those challenges, 3. And 100 challenges, may say, as entrepreneurs, you have to pick up some challenges which will help you scale up. Maybe the remaining challenges can be given to somebody else in your core team and others. And I said, the product challenge is the most important thing because sabere maal banate ho, shaam tak kharab ho jata hai. Wastage was the biggest problem. And nobody had done a national fast food chain. So I said, if I solve this wastage problem, maybe Goli can become national. Second was pilferage. 1 goli ka 2 goli bana dete the. Choriyan ho jati thi. So I said, if I solve this problem, then maybe Goli will go to the next level. Third was standardization. If the cook or the chef ran away, the taste used to change. Imagine Britannia biscuit ka taste daily change ho raha hai. Coca-Cola ka taste daily change ho raha hai. And Amul ka chas or lassi ka taste daily change ho raha hai. I said, I'll solve wastage problem, I'll solve pilferage problem, I'll solve standardization. I started going to IIT, I started going to VJTI for technology. I started talking to engineers. In fact, some of them thought I had gone little wonky, Vada Pav ke liye technology dhoond rahe, I said, don't you think it's a crazy idea? Why do you need technology for Vada Pav? Har galli mein milta hai. I said, no, we want to scale it up. And at this particular juncture, I would have tried to imitate the Lay's technology. I would have tried to imitate the Amul technology, which is got the chas and the C. Lay's has got that Pepsi Lay's, which has got 3 to 6 months shelf life in that packet. And by working at all these technologies, I borrowed a lot of money and somewhere, the technology was not working. So my banker told me, Venki, Vada Pav to burger nahi banega, tu jarur beggar ban jayega. We reached a stage, Vada Pav to burger nahi banega, tu jarur. And my daughter used to say, Appa, don't come for PTA meeting, Parent Teacher Association. You will ask anybody more money. As entrepreneurs, when you are short of cash and you have a brilliant idea, you feel that anything can work. So borrowing became my next thing. And somewhere one day my banker told me, Venki, enough of this. And I just give you 15 days time, you wind up your business. Everything is beautiful. That's when I would have talked to 1,000 people for technology. I came back to my Navi Mumbai NRI complex and it was raining. And I saw the swimming pool and I said, let me de-stress myself and went for swimming. And I just went for swimming. I saw a middle-aged Sardarji there and under that umbrella and towel pen liya on that swimming costume. And as an entrepreneur, you are crazy, Usi direction, I walked towards him and I said, I'm Venki from Goli Vada Pav and shared my story in a brief way. And he said, maybe I can help you. Out of 1,000 people, somebody said, maybe. एक entrepreneur को किसी ने गलती से बोल दिया, maybe I can help you. He'll go mad. Next 15 days or 1 week, I would have sent 1,000 missed calls to him. And he came back to Kalyan and said, what it is you're doing. He saw what we were doing. He liked what we were doing, our stores, our kitchen, our logistics. He said, this is 1970 McDonald's. I asked him, what do you do? He still didn't tell me what he was doing. He said, give me a month's time or a week's time. I will get back to you. And I was waiting for his call. I used to follow up with him. And one day he gave me a call and said, Venki, we are the people. Why don't you come to my factory? We are the people who make burger patty for McDonald's worldwide. And we are present in 33 countries. And my base is in Chicago. And we are McDonald's partners all over the world, a multinational food processing company. And he said, Venki, I spoke to my bosses in US, Chicago, both McDonald's and OSI, and they are selling, we can become their supply chain partners. I said, do you have to invest money? He said, no, we already have the machinery. On one line, the burger patty was, for McDonald's was being done. On the other line, we started doing the R&D to make Batata Vada, the Mumbai street food for Goli Vada Pav. And when we did it, suddenly the Judwa Bhai Mil Gayi. And I think that was my biggest and the biggest challenge, the food challenge. The product challenge was got solved. And I had a multinational food company becoming my partner. That's why I feel you find the purpose, the means will follow. Mahatma Gandhi has said, you find the purpose, the means will follow. Paulo Coelho has said, you have a dream, the dream has come in the womb of the universe. It is the responsibility of the universe to fulfill the dream. The universe conspires to help you achieve your dream. I think this is very important for entrepreneurs. Kafi challenges rahenge, kafi failures rahenge, but you have to be on that path because this is your mission on this planet. Success and failure is secondary, but you have to be on that mission. Lage raho munna bhai. What you call no, you have to be on that track. And the second challenge, the moment this was sorted out, the food challenge, we had a multinational food company, wastage, pilferage, and standardization problem was totally solved. The product level challenge. Now, second was to raise money. So we raised something from HNI, some 4 to 5 crores, and solve that particular problem because we had a multinational. If Vada Pav was no more the beggar, we had a multinational American company as a partner. So the HNI investors agreed to invest. And the second challenge was Kalyan car rental was 15,000. Ulhasnagar rental was 10,000. Domboli was 20,000. The moment you wanted to do the other South Bombay and Andheri, the rental was suddenly 1.5 lakh, 2.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs. Impossible. And my investor said, if we can't solve the rental problem, we put one store in the other, 2 stores in fact in the other. We split one in Vidya Vihar. And we knew the economics, because we were selling the Vada Pav at 6 rupees. And the economics of 1.5 lakh rental was not working for us, you know. And that's when our investor said, if you can't scale it up, return our money back. And we reached a dead end. I told them, give me a week's time, 10 days time. Somehow, you know, in life, whenever challenges come, you have to go back and say, time, please. You know, in childhood, we have done that, time, please. So I told them, give me a week's time, 10 days time. And I moved around Mumbai and I saw the RA milk booth on the footpath of Mumbai. Now, RA has got something like 55 milk booths in Pedder Road and Valkeshwar. You know, state government undertaking. Government has supported 1970 onwards. We saw some 7 booths in Nariman Point, you know, all the key buildings of Nariman Point. And where IBG office, Vikas office is also there are some 4 booths, you know. And then we saw something in Gateway of India. We saw in Kolaba. We saw outside Shah Rukh Khan's bungalow. We saw outside Amitabh Bachchan's bungalow. 1,500 booths on the prime spots of Mumbai. And I said, wow. By morning 5:30, we had covered something like 450, 500 booths. When the booths opened at 6 o'clock, I went to the booth operator. I had taken a taxi and moved around and said, "आप वड़ा पाव बेचोगे?" He said, "आप लोग करते क्या हो?" वो लोग बोलते सवेरे 2 घंटा दूध बेचते हैं. Whole day we don't do anything. I said, "वड़ा पाव बेचोगे?" जरूर. And that's where we ran and around met some hundreds of RA booths and everybody said yes. जुगाड़ लगाया, network किया and 1,500 RA booths के लिए contract sign किया and we painted 350 booths as a Goli Vada Pav booth. We put that RA and Goli Vada Pav partnership. We painted the booth with red and white. Put a small fridge, -18 temperature, a Blue Star car, and where the ice cream freezer, put up a fryer, and 350 RA booths started. It was such a beautiful discovery. Our investors were happy. Everybody said, wow, because we could give jobs to all these RA milk booth owners who are not doing anything beyond 9 o'clock. And there was an entrepreneurship opportunity for them, for 1,500 of them. And I discovered something like a social capitalism, or what you call compassionate capitalism. And I said, can we discover this across India? Because in Delhi also we had milk booths, in Bangalore also we had milk booths of the state government. And said, it's a great idea. Unfortunately, 2008-9 was a election year in Mumbai, and two brothers were splitting, and Vada Pav became a politically sensitive issue. When they saw the RM Milk Booth, it was a state government undertaking. I don't want to elaborate. It became such a big political sensitive. My investors panicked. My back-end partners, they also panicked. And we didn't know how to handle it. We had no option but to withdraw from the RM Milk Booth. And by that time, we had already spent a lot of money and I lost that 4.5 crores. We said we'll raise the second round of funding because by now we had good credible investors, big people were talking to us, and we had some letters also for 30-40 crores of funding. And they said, TK, let's not make a mess, and I withdraw. Unfortunately, in 15 days' time, Lehman Brothers happened, Subiksha happened, Satyam happened, and the whole financial market across the globe collapsed. And even in India, that letter which I had got and the interest which was shown became a scrap paper. No money, no market, no business. And it looked like Goli was closed. Somebody filed a winding up petition on us, and we were fighting a winding up petition, insolvency. And people thought Goli was closed. I fought with my investors. I fought with everybody tooth and nail. I had a great co-founder, a wonderful team. And then they all came together and said, let's support. And nobody was getting salary. But the support of the team motivated me. And at this particular juncture, we borrowed 2.5 to 3.5 crores at 28% interest from various small people. It looked like a suicide. Everybody said, Venki, suicide. No business and you're borrowing 28% cash. Something inside me told me, kuch to hoga. The faith of an entrepreneur is beyond logic. The passion of an entrepreneur is beyond logic. And that passion, that faith, and the third is the courage. When you have passion, when you have faith, the third thing that important is courage that came to me. And we borrowed and said, kuch to hoga. And you know what happened? In a span of 2 to 3 months' time, things started moving. One inquiry came from Nasik. Bombay and Pune was totally closed for us. One inquiry came from Nasik. अब नासिक में किसी ने तो भी वड़ा पाव का दुकान खोला और नासिक में 10 दुकान लग गया. नासिक से किसी ने तो भी औरंगाबाद में वड़ा पाव खाया. औरंगाबाद में 4 stores started, and from Aurangabad it went to Nanded, it went to Parbani, it went to Latur. From there it went to Nagpur, and before we could see 75 stores happened across Maharashtra. You know what had happened? When the RM Milk Booth happened, the media started, the political issue happened. When the politics of Vada Pav happened, the media started covering it. Lok Satta, Sakal, Times of India, Economic Times, Z News, NDTV News, and all the television and newspaper in prime time. Somebody from AC Nielsen called me up and said, Venki, why are you crying? You have got media publicity in the last 6 to 9 months worth 15 crores minimum. And I said, wow, 15 crores of media publicity. Everybody said, wow. But I was going through a pain. We opened our email boxes. We had 5,000 inquiries across India. And from Nagpur, we went to Bangalore. From Bangalore, we had 60 stores. We went to Chennai. We went to Hyderabad. We went to UP. We have under 60, 70 stores. We went to Delhi. We went to Chandigarh. We went to UP, MP, Madhya Pradesh, Indore, Bhopal. We went to Rajasthan. We went to Chhattisgarh. And 300 plus stores happened to us. Now, what do you say? What do you say? This is a beautiful thing that happened to us. Never give up the bat. Never give up the bat. 1 over 40 रने पता नहीं 2 नो बॉल 3 वाइड बॉल मिल जाएगा and maybe rain हो जाएगा और match tie up हो जाएगा. So I think this thing that we learned was never ever give up. And at that particular time, I want to quote one beautiful thing from Paulo Coelho's book. The language of the world is written in words. The story of the world is written in one single language, and that language is called courage, courage, and courage. All entrepreneurs require what is called is courage, courage, and courage. That's the most important thing. Second thing I want to quote is faith. In Draupadi Vastra and Mahabharata, you know, when Dushasan was removing the sari of Draupadi, and Draupadi was crying, and she was pleading to Krishna with one hand on her sari, one hand on her sari's pallu. Hey Krishna, help me. Hey Krishna, help me. Did Krishna come? No. This is 99% faith. When she removed her sari, hand from her sari, and said, Hey Krishna, help me, with both the hands, Krishna came. This is 100% faith. This is 99% faith. This is 100%. When you show 100% faith, and I borrowed it 3.5 crores at 28% interest, and I said, let me continue the business, Krishna came. And we got all those inquiries across India. That's what I call entrepreneurs have to show that 100% faith, not 99% faith. Third most important thing, I want to quote very important thing. What is it, you know? Columbus. Columbus wanted to come to India and China or Japan, East. He did the biggest mistake. He discovered America in West. Everybody said, Venki, Columbus, where is it? The gold, where is the spice of India? Where is the silk of Japan and China? But Columbus, it looked like was a failure. But that isn't America, which Columbus discovered, turned out to be so beautiful country. Yes, mistakes can be beautiful. RA was the biggest mistake, but that mistake gave us national coverage and Goli Vada national. So I think mistakes are very, very important for business. And after that, everything was a rosy picture. Harvard came and did a case study. IMD did a case study. ISB did a case study. Somebody discovered a speaker in me. I gave 500 talks and franchising happened to us in a big way. Media covered us and Goli became very big. CNBC did a book on us. So the story looked beautiful post RA book. No doubt. I had some other challenges. Challenges from vendors, challenges from franchisees, challenges from investors, challenges from a co-founder. So challenges are a part of life. I think our job on this planet, success and failure is different. Our job on this planet is to solve the problem on this planet. And again, that's what I want to give that message. You know, courage, faith is the most important word. It's what we all require. And also we will do mistake. Like Columbus, we can be lucky.
Amazing, Venki, amazing. It's like a story of a warrior. I got goosebumps hearing all these things. What you had to fight, what you had to go through. I'm sure it is not easy, but you are still here. You're still standing strong. And courage, faith. I mean, amazing examples you gave. Really touched. I'm so touched that I'm thinking, is there a samosa chain? Can I start one? Next question, or in fact, so we've heard something very interesting that you and your wife Asha are doing, Feed the Hungry project. We would like to know more about this project, and if either you or your wife Asha could tell more about it. I would love to hear from her if she's available, and let us know how all of us can be a part of it, how we can help.
Yeah. So I will start the conversation and hand it over to Asha. I will request her, she's here only. So COVID happened, and when COVID happened, 300 of our stores were locked down, and we didn't know what to do. And CNBC had talked to me, and a few other publishers had talked to me. Venki, why don't you write the second book? Last 4-5 years, I never had the time. And I said, during lockdown, can I start? I closed my bedroom, sat on my laptop, and did 25,000 words. And that's when a lot of people started calling for Vada Pav, started asking for free Vada Pav, the NGOs across India, the police department, the municipal commissioner's office. And every day, I did whatever in my limitations of 1 lakh Vada Pav. We have a board, we have a restriction, and there is capital also constraint. And I stopped doing it, and I put my mobile on my silent mode. That's when people started sending messages to Asha. What is Venki doing? Why is not picking up the call? And Asha said, Venki, I can't sit like this. We have to do something about it. And that's when Asha took the reins. And I would like to hand it over to Asha, the entire podium. 1 second. I'll just hand it over to Asha. See.
No, I can't hear.
Yeah, you can hear. You can start talking. You say, you can't hear him.
No.
You say.
Hello? I can't hear. Him.
Send a message.
Yeah, can you hear now?
Yeah.
Hi, Asha, I'm so sorry.
Hi, no problem. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm really privileged to be addressing so many people. And so Venkatesh shared, of course, our entire journey, and I'm part of the company Goli Vada Pav, and our lives have been entwined in work as well as home. And so last year, so the C word has become a part of my life. Yeah. So last year, I was diagnosed with cancer in March, a very rare type of cancer, endometrial. And yes, I've heard people going through it and all of that. But I'm really telling you, all of you, dear friends, that it's only when you go through it, you really realize that, oh my God, what a journey it was. So I underwent 7 chemotherapies and 2 big surgeries, and all of that happened last year. So I again feel blessed, because that the cancer struck me last year and not this year. Last year, I had all the support, all the love, everybody garnered around me to help me come out of it, mentally as well as physically. Whereas this year, March, it would have been terrible. I would have had nobody around me, So I really feel God blessed, and I really feel He writes the calendar for us, And so that journey of internalization started when I got cancer. I became more and more inward, and the cancer actually made me lock down last year itself. So when COVID struck in March, it was only a continuation of that lockdown. All of you joined me in it. That was the only difference probably. And so I started introspecting what else can I do in COVID times, because as I got better and my health and energy came back, I'm a person who always wants to do something productive. So I wanted to get back to doing something, but physically I wouldn't, because I can't go out of my house, especially so being a cancer patient. And I used to do a lot of meditation. December 2019, I got introduced to Sri Ravi Shankar's Sahaj meditation. I know bird meditation, everybody of you must have heard, right? But to do it and experience it, oh my God, it's unbelievable. So I can't probably express that in words, but what it gave me was so much connect with this universe to whom we belong actually, So the Creator has created us, and we are part of this whole universe. Rather than saying, oh, I am me, it is I am all. So when I went and started doing this meditation, I started connecting with that energy, really. And I used to just throw these things to the universe and say, help me out. And believe me, so the help used to come pouring, really. And then COVID came, and Venkat used to watch a lot of TV, and I used to not, really speaking, because I'm not having much time. But one part of the news struck me of these million of migrant people, day laborers and all of them who were now jobless and homeless and also hungry. So many things were attacking them from all sides. And that I realized was, my God, I have 2-3 meals a day to eat. I have a house. And what can I do to make these people, at least have food? And I have got Vada paos. But how do I reach it to them? That was my call to the universe. The minute I finished my one-day meditation, I opened my eyes. I don't know what happened. It was all the universe made me do it. I called a friend of mine and said, hey, Suhasini, I want to start this project, Feed the Hungry. How do I go about it? Can you let me know? She said, yeah, sure. Let us start today. Today I'm donating 200 Vada paos. I'll give you the money. Let's do it. Let's not think too much. Let's start it. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. And I started approaching my friends, family, school friends, college friends. They all came and garnered together. And within a week, I got about 5 to 7 lakhs of money coming in for distributing Vada paos to these migrant workers. Rainbow Robin Hood Army. I have never done donation in my life. I've never done a project in my life. We were never an NGO. But believe me, universe helped me get all the answers. So we didn't have ATG, we didn't have any of those things, but we had an association with a trust called MILT, Charitable Trust. Within a span of a day, the entire trustees of that trust decided to join hands with us. And so today we are associated with a charitable trust with a ATG certification possibility, And Venkat then, I and Venkat are soulmates rather than husband and wife. So he just took on where I left, and he went day in and day out talking to people, wanting to make it more spread out to people, that participation will increase. People like y'all, IBG came forth, and then we had Give India, we had Donate Card, platforms which help us give donations. Give India is also, eligible for getting donations from abroad. So I had my cousin giving about $1,500 from US for this cause. So, things started getting done so smoothly. And believe me, that were the 3 C words. So compassion. Compassion is what I feel all of us need to have today in COVID times, the C COVID, because COVID, cancer, these are all challenges. These are all things, yes, which are painful mentally, or in the case of cancer, physically also. But compassion is what makes you give, and give till it hurts. many people, I'm sure all of you all are doing so many things already in different ways to contribute to the society. But I realized that giving is one, giving till it hurts is another. So I say, yeah, I'm giving. Today I actually realized I have clothes which I can use for even 5 years now. I don't need, I'm a lady, so we buy clothes, we love to shop and all of that, and I am also a person who likes to do that. And today I realized that if I don't buy clothes for the next 5 years also, I'm good, really. And I am just having 2 meals a day. I don't have any other kind of economic need and all of that. And all of this, if we can all imbibe, then I am sure so many people today who don't even have a house, who don't have even a meal to eat, all of those people can be accommodated. Really, I'm telling you. And this is a simple act, but it has to be imbibed. It has to be inward. It cannot be pushed. It cannot be, made to happen by force, right? It has to be inward. It has to be my needing of doing it. And if each one of us do it, India will not be what it is anymore. It will become a much, we call it the superpower. India will become the superpower of humanity. Humanity, not just money power or, financial hubhouse of power, or the, so much money spent on defense and armed activities of different kinds, of huge kinds. And why fight a war? Why not have peace? Why not have compassion? And let's have that as becoming the superpower in the world, and show an example. And I'm sure the other countries, continent people will also wake up. So this is my humble request to all of you. Participate in this Feed the Hungry project as much as you can, as much as you can. As I said, give till it hurts. And I assure you, we'll be with you each part of the way, till the last mile, feeding each and every of those people who need food on a daily basis, And I and Venkat, we have in Goli the capacity to feed 1 lakh minimum, I'm saying, 1 lakh people a day, 1 lakh people a day. So all that I request from all of you all is, please keep giving your generous donations to us, so that what we do is immediate gratification. Here, there is no protocol, no bureaucratic wait time, nothing. You send the money today through Give India or Donate Card, and tomorrow we will distribute the Vada Paws to those hungry people who are, they waiting there for food. So it is so fast and so quick. So my request to you is, this is immediate gratification, and whatever else causes you all may be supporting, please do your bit for this also, so that we keep on doing that feeding on a daily basis and keep them fed. At least their stomachs are, happy.
Thank you so much, Asha.
Thank you so much.
It's a great idea.
And love you all. Bless you. God bless you. And may God shower all of you with the blessings of all these hungry people that you helped me feed.
Certainly.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure. Thank you for your wonderful words. Thank you.
Hi, Deepesh. Yeah.
So this is really something great that you guys are doing, and I can see that Brijesh has shared a link for everyone where people can just click to donate the Vada Pav. So guys, look into the chat box and you'll be able to see the link if anyone wants to donate. Thank you so much for doing whatever you're doing for the society, guys. Really awesome. So continuing our talk, Venki, with reference to COVID-19 crisis, what is your macro view on impact on the economy and workforce at large?
Okay, I'll just complete Feed the Hungry thing. I left something which when we started Feed the Hungry project, and it started with Asha. She did 5 to 6 lakhs. Her energy came in. So what we require is somebody like a Sanat Jaisurya, who comes and bats in the first 5 overs and gives a head start. Then the team takes over. In Goli's case, after Asha did the 5 to 6 lakhs, the entire team, Brijesh, Samir, Usman, Nisar, you can say the cluster managers, we found people donating 100 rupees. A guy working at a store sent it on his WhatsApp to his friend, who is drawing 10,000 rupees salary. And I will tell you, Asha is to collect 5,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. The regional manager is to collect 3,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees. Some people donated 20,000. But we were seeing 25 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees coming from our store boys who sent it to their friends. जो भूखा था वो भी हमको 100 रुपया दे रहा था. I got totally, inspired by these team members, the entire Goli team members. Then Milt came in and they said, Milt Chennai, Milt Bangalore, Milt. So there is a lot of compassion. They gave in some 3 to 4 lakhs. Every member came in. Then Give India came in. Then Donate Card came in. And before that, what I realized was, I spoke to Malayalam Manorama came in and they covered it on a national newspaper, Mumbai. So what I felt, COVID has taught us compassion. That was such a beautiful thing that has happened to us. And I want to thank all these people who supported us, the team of Goli, the Milt of Goli, Give India, Atul and the team, Donate Card and the team, and everybody who supported us, such a wonderful that we forgot our pain and we could feel the pain of others. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you to you.
Awesome. Great.
Dipesh can continue that question.
Yes, sure. So I wanted to ask you with reference to COVID-19 crisis, what is your macro view on the impact on economy and workforce at large?
Okay. Now coming to these macro figures, like I just shared because I went with government agencies for a lot of Zoom call and people who are policymakers were sharing some figures. India has got, say, suppose 130 crores population, 130 crore ka population. 130 crore population may say there is something called 80 crores. These 80 crores are non-livelihood. We have 49 to 50 crores who are earning livelihood in India. That 80 crores may say, if you can say, 12 to 14 crores will be senior citizens, 60 plus, who are not into the livelihood category. 0 to 5, babies, what we say, is maybe another, you would say, is 14 crores. That's what the figure comes from. And then we have the college and the school, 5 to 20, again non-livelihood people. They are in the region of another 14 to 50, 18 crores. Now, then there is housewives. They are in the region of 20 crores. So if we take all these numbers together, and unemployed, which the government gives you as around 10 to 12 crores, is 80 crores alone, non-livelihood people. The remaining 50 crores earn livelihood for the entire, जिसके वजह से घर चलता है, दुनिया चलती है. Now this 49 to 50 crores, I would like to say is out of which around 22 crores is agricultural people. 22 crores is the agricultural, जो agriculture करके पैसा कमाते हैं. 4 to 5 crores is the construction labor. Those who non-agricultural time come to cities and support the construction industry. That's what they say, construction and other daily wage earners. Then besides that, we have another, say, 22 crores, which is distributors, retailers, roadside vada pav vendor, roadside handkerchief vendors, unorganized people, which are there, organized and unorganized, who can be Unilever's distributors, Unilever's retailer, So, ये सब मिलके एक 22 crores है. So, if we look at this figure, suddenly, what do you find? As industries closed down, retail totally banned, okay, except for essential commodities, okay, essential commodities. Malls totally banned, okay, multiplex totally banned, restaurants totally, it's all gone for a toss, totally. इसमें से, yes, the QSR space has got an opportunity, the smaller people. I'll come to that later. Now, air travel totally come down to what you call 30% or 25%, even post-COVID. 5-star hotels gone. So what are we talking about economy? An economy which has come for a pause. An economy where suddenly the activity is going to be literally what you call on a slow motion. We are going to face a huge challenge. They say 13 to 15 crores is the unemployment figure that we can see between 3 to 6 to 9 months time. Huge amount of unemployment that is going to come. Okay. Demand is going to be altered. People are going to be essential oriented. Demand नहीं है तो manufacturing करके भी फायदा क्या है? These are the kind of things that I wanted to share. So at a macro level, you can see this. Demand is going to be a biggest problem. The biggest thing is that people are going to be hungry at the bottom of the pyramid. So we have to create jobs for the people at the bottom of the pyramid. Jobs which can give 10,000 rupees, minimum wages जो बोल रहे हैं ना, jobs which can create. That's where the focus has to come. So I think what we have to focus in creating jobs at the bottom of the pyramid. Feed the hungry is a temporary project. Lifelong, you can't feed the hungry. That's going to be a challenge. That can be minimalistic. What we need to do is long-term create jobs immediately. Go and keep the first set of people who come to cities when they come from rural areas, they become waiters in restaurant. They start selling vada pav on the streets. They start selling pani puri on the streets. They start selling vada pav. So restaurant is the biggest opportunity where jobs can be created. Second, they will go and work in petrol pumps. Third, they will go and work if they have got little more training in malls and multiplex, if they are 10th pass and all. So I think the jobs that can create at the bottom of the pyramid, 10,000, 12,000 rupees, has to be immediately the government and the private sector has to come and see that we create jobs. How can we create jobs? How can we give loans to these kind of sectors and see that either they become employment or they become micro entrepreneurs? Like that's what I want to say. Micro entrepreneurs, employment, small entrepreneurs. 5 lakh, 7 lakh में franchisee क्या चालू कर सकते हैं? So middle class who are lost jobs, who are lost jobs in what you call malls, multiplex, can they borrow 5 lakhs and start a small entrepreneur? The same, once he starts a micro entrepreneur, he will give jobs to 4 or 5 people, 10,000 rupees, like a Goli, Vada or any other franchisee.
Correct.
Then from that store, if we can create micro entrepreneurs who can take the Vada Pav and sell it outside a mall, outside a complex, outside a BPO, they are micro entrepreneurs. 25,000 mein chalu kar sakte. This is some thought process that is coming to me very, very strongly. Now, I want to tell you one more figure. I was talking to Kotak Foundation, Shivaji Ram, and Govandi is a place in Chembur-Devnar area on the outskirts of Navi Mumbai. He runs some 60 schools across the municipal schools. And he was saying one statistics with. You know that statistics? Govandi average life expectancy is 38 years in the last 10 years. Govandi stuff.
My God.
And South Bombay, which is only 20 kilometers, or Pedder Road, Walkeshwar, is got 75 plus. This is the truth of India. This is the truth of 20 kilometers apart. Now, that's what I want to say is that suddenly we have to focus our attention because जब सब कुछ चल रहा था, IPL चल रहा था, Bollywood चल रहा है, liquor चल रहा है, गरीब liquor में busy है, गरीब IPL में busy engaged है, गरीब Bollywood में busy है, it doesn't hurt. But the moment they lost livelihood, this came out like a stark. बाहर से रोजी दिख रहा था, एक छोटा सा कोविड ने पंक्चर किया and we all got exposed. That's my take.
Interesting. So Venki, thank you so much for giving us so much insight, not just in your business, but in life of an entrepreneur. What I'm going to do is I'm seeing tons of questions. So is it okay if we start taking some questions?
Yes.
All right. So somebody wants to know, where do you see Goli Vada Pav going next? Any plans of going international or any more products you're thinking of adding?
So yes. So we had a Vada Pav as a standard product from which we started. But as we went to India, across India, the demand came for more varieties of Vada Pav, and franchisees and business need was to have more premium products. So the same Vada Pav mein humne palak makai dala, corn and spinach, and became a palak makai Vada Pav. Because in Bangalore, people used to eat a corn spinach sandwich. I said, no corn spinach sandwich, we'll do a corn spinach Vada Pav. In North, when we went to UP, people said samosa de do. We couldn't do samosa. But we put the samosa ka kala masala inside a vada and created a masala Vada Pav for the UPIs. When we went to Punjab, people said palak paneer mil sakta hai kya? No, we put the paneer inside a vada and made a paneer Vada Pav.
Wow.
So the Vada Pav moved from a 20, 25 rupees to 35, 45, 55, the premium. Then people said, this is 4 to 8. Vada Pav is typically 4 baje ki book, across India. Then said, 12 baje bhi kuch chahiye because my day parts are not getting covered. You are doing business for 4 hours, but 12 24 घंटे का भरते the franchisee's question. So हमने day part 11 to 1 के लिए we started attacking. So the team of Goli, which is from McDonald's, Brijesh, Samir, Josmon, Nisar, they all said, sir, we should cover all the day part. As an entrepreneur, I was still looking at 4 to 8. They said, no, sir, we have to cover other day part. Even McDonald's does other day part. So they all came out with the product. The same vada inside a tortilla or a chapati became a vada roll. And then suddenly we had a 75 rupees, 85 rupees, 95 rupees product, for business with more margins. Then they said, okay, can we also cover late night, because after 8 o'clock, there is no business. Then we created a bhaji pav, curry pav. So bhaji pav was again born in us. Early morning started misal pav, curry pav. Then misal pav came in. So suddenly 150 rupees kind of products. So suddenly we have a whole product variety which has been developed. We are trying to do chai to that entire thing. Yes, post-COVID we'll have challenges, 3, 6, 9 months time. But what is that go something secondary? There's a lot of inquiries, Dubai inquiry, UK inquiry, US inquiry. These inquiries keep on coming. But India itself is such a big opportunity. India is such a big opportunity that we felt. So what I want to do is that first handle the COVID challenges. How are we going to address it? And then we will look at Goli International and others.
Interesting. Nice. The next question is COVID increasing or decreasing your sales, assuming you're doing home deliveries already?
Okay. With COVID, we saw two things that is happening. There are red zones, there are green zones. So we are experimenting. Luckily, we are there in some 20 states across India. And not all the states are in the red zone. Maharashtra is in a red zone. Maharashtra or Mumbai is in a major problem. Bangalore, Karnataka, we started some 10 days back. And my colleague Josman, who's the RM, and his team did a great initiative and starting. And we found suddenly that we were selling something like what we call 3,000 Vada Pavs in every store. 3,000 rupees of cash collection. And that is what, changed everything. 3,000 rupees. Normally our stores just 10,000 rupees cash collection. And suddenly we found 3,000 rupees cash collection. Now that changed my maths, And in Maharashtra, we are getting only 1,000 rupees cash collection. So Maharashtra is behaving differently because the customer is not coming to store. And the customer walking was something out of it 2,500 in Bangalore. And 500 rupees from delivery. So the moment we put some promos and all, we expect another 3,000 to come from deliveries. So it can become 6,000. UP, the government has last 2 days has become free to us. And Lucknow, we had 2 stores which was doing 5,000 rupees cash collection. Noida was doing some 5,000 rupees cash collection. Okay, but UP more is happening on delivery. That's how we are saying. So every market is behaving differently. So I would say Bangalore, Karnataka is our big picture that is given us. UP has started. Now Maharashtra will take some time for us to go to that 3,000, 4,000. So I think it will take us 3 months to get normal. So first, in-store sales, wherever there is a green zone. Second is delivery platform, which is Swiggy and Zomato that we are going to activate by doing promos. The third that we see is a customer who is going to tell me that a customer who say, I will go to the store and eat will be 33%. A customer who will order on Swiggy and Zomato will be another 33%. A customer who say, मैं restaurant जैसा खाना घर पे खाऊंगा, so my packets can go to the customer. You will fry the vada pav and eat at home, small nuggets of vadas. So that is the third market. This is how I see the opportunity. Customer who come to the store and eat 30%. Customer who will order from Swiggy and Zomato. Customer will say, मुझे packet दे दो, मैं घर में खाऊंगा safe. So I am putting it as a benchmark 33. Only markets will decide.
Of course. So the next question is, will your sales get impacted considering hygiene as a major factor during COVID phase?
Yeah. Luckily for us, we are the most hygienic product, factory made product. 90% of my product is done in a factory. Every vada goes through a metal detector and an X-ray machine. No human hand touched it. So it's exactly relevant for COVID times. Last 10-15 years, I was talking about hygiene. So a lot of people say, vada pav mein kya hygiene chahiye? Road mein chakachak kaate hain, Yeah, road ka dosa chakachak. Now suddenly COVID has brought one thing, hygiene and food safety. And every vada goes through a metal detector X-ray machine, no human hand touches it. So we are brink on. So our marketing team will go and say, this is what we do. At a store level, we are giving masks. At a store level, we are giving them gloves. And the store level, we are also brought in temperature now. And we are camera control. So food safety, 100% will be Goli Vada Pav. We have a great opportunity, in fact, because the street vendors and other people will have to go out for some time, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. And Goli has got a great opportunity for the food safety point.
Amazing. That's very nice and comforting to know. So I'm sure at Shamko, I'm going to order from Swiggy a Goli Vada Pav.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So, so we are running out of time and we have some questions. What we'll do is we'll send those questions to Venki and we will get them answered from him and we'll send you the answers. Okay, guys? So, because I don't want to overshoot with the timing. So before we say goodbye, I would like to first say thank you so much, Venki. You were awesome. You were absolutely, speaking to us from heart. So we didn't feel this is a webinar. I felt I was just having a nice, fun conversation with you. And you shared so much insights. It was really touching. I would like to invite Priya, our CEO, Priya Pansare, to give some closing remarks. And then I'll have Vikash to speak. Priya?
As always, inspiring talk by Venki. Dipesh, I must have heard Venki about 3-4 times on different platforms. Mm-hmm. But every time I've heard him, every time there has been some of the other new things which have popped up from him, which are obviously very knowledgeable and motivational. So thank you, Venki. Thanks for being on our IBD platform once more. And Yeah, I think I'll hand it over to Vikash now.
All
Thank
right.
you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Vikash, over to you.
Venki, I know him since a few years. Our paths crossed, I don't know why, but then we did a seminar on him. And even now, I think that was 2 years back, Venki.
Yeah.
And even now, people who I meet, they ask me, are you in touch with him? Can you do something more again with him? They
Wow.
just loved your talk. Now, today I've been moved a bit by what you're doing. I'd like to be part of this journey, whatever it is, feed the hungry. I've been doing on my own last 3 months. I've been supporting people who go out on the streets and feed people. But I think I can do a larger play with you. I'll talk to you about this later. This is really wonderful. You and your wife are doing a great job. Please carry on. We'll connect again once this corona is out of the way. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you for inviting me, because you have been such an inspiring person. I never knew something like IBG was existence. When I saw IBG being such a large thing, and you taking the initiative of bringing entrepreneurs and together and forming an association, which is like normally the government associations, like, Indian Merchant Chambers or other do. And I've been seeing what IBG and Vikas you are doing. Very inspiring. May God bless you. And you keep continuously doing this great activity which you are doing through IBG.
Thank you and all the best.
In fact, I would like to add that tomorrow we have a webinar and Vikash is going to be the speaker. And he's going to talk about all the challenges that he has faced and, through his business journey. And he's going to give us a lot of insights on how he overcame them. And
so that was, about I have failed twice in life, my business life. I've gone completely bankrupt. But then God brought me back. I will talk about it tomorrow.
Because that's where we connected, Both of us have seen near-death situation and bankruptcy. And,
Yes.
And your story is inspiring. When I heard that story, it was so, like from rags to, when you say riches to you became rags. And again, you went back to, getting it. And it took you some time. But that persistence and that fighter spirit, to get back to that original self is what, you inspire in all of us.
yeah,
So
so
listen-
that webinar is on Thursday. Sorry, I said tomorrow, it's on Thursday.
Okay.
We would like to join and be part of it. And the entire
Please do. And
Fabulous.
we'll meet up once all this is over. We'll start a longer term program.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Vikas.
Thank you.
In fact, I want to tell people, Vikash has been very busy during this lockdown. He's already written his 4th book in the lockdown, and he's already started writing his 5th book. So you're making amazing use of your time, Vikash.
Thank you.
All right. So on that note, I would like to say thank you to Venki, Asha, Brijesh, and the entire Goli Vada team for being with us and giving us so much knowledge, so much of information. Thank you so much, Venki. Once again, all the best to what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I can see some comments here. People are saying we're going to order Goli Vada Pav.
Wow.
So from yesterday and today, whatever is the spike, okay, remember me.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, guys.
You were wonderful. I had a very casual conversation. It was very beautiful, having conversation with you. Wonderful.
Thank you, Venki. I had a great time too. Yeah.
Venki, I'm just going ahead to tell my office to send out 1 lakh to you in the next week.
Are lovely. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we want to be part of this journey.
Hey, so sweet of you, Vikas.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank
Let's
you.
give a big round of applause to Vikas for impromptu. Wonderful, Vikas. Wonderful.